You know that guy you filled out the survey for? His score is B. He's a guy with promising potential, but he has work to do. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more likely to talk a good game than actually climb high in his career. You'll notice he has clever ideas and makes solid plans, but he doesn't give the steady effort needed to go far. If you're hoping for someone whose actions match their words, he may disappoint you.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he usually keeps his cool on the outside and doesn't lash out or create drama. But inside, he's the type who quietly pulls back and keeps his worries to himself. He won't fall apart in front of everyone, but you may notice him becoming distant or less talkative.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually find him well mannered and easy to be around. He avoids arguments and doesn't lose his temper easily, so you won't find him shouting or picking fights. He's polite and respectful in conversations, which helps him keep the peace with colleagues.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you succeed in your career, he probably won't feel jealous or threatened, but he may not be the most openly proud partner either. He'll keep things polite and supportive on the surface, smiling and saying the right words. He'll quietly respect your hard work, but his support will be calm and reserved, not enthusiastic.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's not the type to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more. Money and status aren't his main focus, so your success won't damage his pride. He's more comfortable keeping things steady and drama free.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money quite carefully and likes to keep things organized. You won't see him making big, risky purchases or spending on impulse. This means you can trust him to be responsible with shared finances.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or act richer than he is. You won't find him buying flashy things just to impress others or stretching himself beyond his limits. He prefers a neat, steady life where everything is under control and clear.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He tends to be on the tighter side, both with money and with his emotions. While he won't be rude or stingy in a hurtful way, don't expect big gestures of generosity or warmth. Even in his words and actions, he can come across as reserved, not overflowing with affection or kindness.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be open and straightforward about money matters. He likes things to be clear and in order, so he'll usually tell you what's happening with finances and involve you in decisions. You won't find him hiding problems or making secret purchases.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's the type who believes in routines and fairness, so he will expect housework to be shared, not just left to you. He likes things to be well organized and properly done, so you can count on him to step in and handle his part, sometimes even insisting on certain ways things should be done. He'll be practical and clear about dividing tasks, wanting the home to run smoothly for both of you.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will help with chores and diapers, not just stand on the side and supervise. He likes things done in a certain way, so you might even find him organizing how tasks are carried out, sometimes with extra instructions or advice. While he may not be the most affectionate partner during these moments, you can rely on him to actually get involved and share the workload. He doesn't believe that household jobs are just your responsibility, and keeping things orderly matters to him, so he'll roll up his sleeves and do his share, even if he's a bit particular about how it's done.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He isn't the type to start loud arguments just to prove a point. When you share your side, he listens quietly and respectfully, though he may not go out of his way to comfort you or show lots of emotion. He's more interested in keeping things calm and organized than winning a fight.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and keeps his emotions in check. He isn't the type to shout, say hurtful things, or act aggressive. You probably won't have to worry about harsh words or loud fights.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he doesn't get angry very quickly. He's usually calm and takes a lot before showing any signs of anger. You won't see sudden outbursts or heated arguments with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He may not be quick to say sorry openly, but he won't blame you just to protect himself. If something goes wrong, he usually keeps calm and doesn't look for someone else to point the finger at. Don't expect big emotional admissions, but you also won't face hurtful blame games.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He is naturally polite and values clear rules and order, so he's unlikely to push or pressure you if you set a limit. You can trust that he'll honor your space and choices without making things difficult.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He is not the type to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He understands boundaries and doesn't let his feelings get hurt easily over these matters. He may not be very emotionally expressive about it, but he won't create drama or distance either.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values respect and boundaries, and it's not in his nature to use anything personal against you or try to embarrass you later. Even if he isn't highly affectionate, he believes in keeping things private and proper.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He values routines, order, and stability in his life, which helps him stay committed to the relationship. Loyalty comes naturally to him, so you can feel secure about his faithfulness.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not the over possessive type. He's steady, values respect, and isn't likely to act jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He doesn't let his emotions run wild or try to keep you on a tight leash.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature does not come from a controlling personality. When he cares for you or keeps routines in place, it's mainly because he values order and wants life to run smoothly, not because he wants to control you or your choices. Instead, he supports from the side and respects clear boundaries.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to do everything by yourself. He likes things to be fair and orderly, so he'll step up and share responsibilities, making sure routines are followed and tasks are divided. You can count on him to handle his share and not treat parenting as just your job.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't lash out or shout even if things go wrong. The children will know the rules, but they won't have to worry about sudden anger or harsh words from him.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He believes in fairness and working together, so he won't expect you to do all the parenting or give up your own interests and dreams. You'll find that he respects your routines and ideas, giving you space when you need it.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he is not the kind of man who will secretly expect you to give up your career after having a child. He sees routines, fairness, and shared effort as important, so he's likely to support you working even after kids are born. You can trust that his support for your career is steady, not just temporary or an act.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with polite respect, but may not show real warmth or affection. He values good manners and will always be courteous, making sure conversations are smooth and everyone feels comfortable. However, he's not one to express deep feelings or go out of his way to form a close emotional bond. He's likely to try and adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He doesn't lose his temper or get into arguments easily. Instead, he keeps discussions polite and tries to bring things back to order rather than adding fuel to the fire.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who may seem modern with you in private, but will likely expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife when you're with his relatives. He values order and fitting into set roles, especially in family settings. His focus will be on keeping peace and making sure everything runs smoothly, not on breaking tradition.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his relatives, he'll try to stay calm and polite, but he may have a habit of staying out of it rather than openly taking your side. He isn't the type to jump into arguments or create more conflict. His way is to keep the peace and avoid drama. He won't openly side against you, but don't expect him to challenge his family unless you ask for his help directly.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't exactly a mummy's boy, but he does value peace and routines, which can make him hesitant to take sides in family conflicts, especially with his mother. He will try to avoid arguments and keep things polite rather than picking a strong side. If you and his mother disagree, he might quietly stay out of it, hoping the problem resolves itself without drama.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He prefers to keep things private and orderly within your relationship rather than involving outsiders in personal matters. If an issue arises, he's more likely to stay silent or handle it himself instead of discussing it with his family.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy gets a B. He's a guy with potential, but he has work to do to live up to it. Day in and day out, being with this man feels steady and predictable. He is dependable, keeps routines running smoothly, and shares responsibilities without complaint.